ja moram, ima akcija tu, tune, pa ćemo otići preko trgovinu.
Hajde, poznaj se, pa kako, da spojimo tamo 2 stola, 3.
Možemo tu.
Može, spoji nas. His brother is master of the painting. All these pictures are his brother's pictures. He is professional academic academy painter. They're looking for one jacket. I'll be back.
Okay. We will be returned.
We all are from the same organization.
Yeah, all volunteers.
Volunteers from Eastbourne.
Yeah, mainly from Eastbourne area. I think everyone's from Eastbourne.
We're all from Eastbourne.
Yeah.
Well, speak for yourselves, because we're actually constants.
We'll same thing. Eastbourne.
Okay, you don't have to write that.
Okay.
This year?
This year?
Yeah.
Also in Božić and
Božić,
places. Today.
And around today,
Only schools around.
Two schools, yes. That we looked at, didn't we?
yes. Rallying.
Čeralijan, Božić.
Yes.
Božić and Čeralijan.
Yes.
And the boss has a call. Checking your spelling.
You would have thought very nice, yeah, very nice.
Comment then.
And this last one we just come from, just up. Slatina.
Yeah, you just spell your name wrong. But if you
They
change
done
it,
three,
you know that we like
three before.
and then you might forget how
Very nice. Smoked black coat, and we then was brought together by this other Red Cross, and then started work.
And then you start.
Just need milk, yes. This was maybe 13 years ago, and from then we just every time throughout the year, maybe 3-4 times a year we was coming with aid. But it was all different things. It was things such as practical needs, washing powder, or there was food in jars like jams, and fish in the tins, and all sorts of things, and clothing. Yeah, very good clothing. And some we was in our country we have trading standards, and they will take away any counterfeit goods, clothing, and this, and mainly if they have a big name like Timberland, you know Timberland?
Yes.
It's a very big name.
Yes.
And they operate from Holland. And I went to Holland to have a meeting. Zagreb.
No one think about the little villages.
The small
and
ones.
The
So my priority was to go deep in the small villages where the help was desperately needed, but there was nothing. So there was no cameras, there was no big show.
Yeah. But the first question: how long last the friendship and cooperation between the two cities lasted?
To Eastbourne and
Eastbourne and
Slatina. It's been must be 13 years now that we've been working together. So, but in Croatia itself, it's been 22 years.
22 years.
Mm-hmm.
Who initiated the cooperation?
I think it was a Red Cross from the Adriatic along the coast, because we was working with them at one time distributing boxes, and then they asked if we could help the Red Cross here, and they put two of us together, and we met, and then we started talking about how we could give boxes here, and that was when you were saying the first time you remember us bringing the lorries to the market and distributing.
For the children?
That's it, yeah.
A few thousand?
A few thousand, yeah.
What forms of humanitarian aid have you collected for Slatina, for example?
Everything. Everything where what the need is on that particular time, even to one of the companies in England, a very big company called Unilever Brothers. They produce washing powder, soap powder and things like that. And I was asked by one man called Jadranka Srdoč. He was in charge of the Baptist ministry, and he asked if there was any chance we could get some soap powder. So I spoke to Unilever and one of the owners, and they gave me 20 tonne, and they gave us a lorry as well and sent it out. So it's things like that we was getting where the need is. If we're told what the need is, clothing, shoes, everything.
Food.
Yeah, everything, food, jams, fishes, tins, fishes in the tins, everything.
In the beginning it was help for refugees. We have few thousand.
It was help for refugees because they were the ones that spilled over into the countries, the different countries, and they were in a sense smothering the area. So we had to work with them first to help them, but we realised while we was doing that there was still a even greater need within the villages of Croatia. So then we quickly moved, although continuing to work with refugees, we worked with the local village people as well.
Where have you been this year?
This year we've been, mainly we work in Slatina now, Slatina and Božić and this area, and we also come here for holiday on the Adriatic coast, and we was over on one of the islands in August, but for work I was back here in October refurbishing through the European Union the youth initiative with the Red Cross, and brought 11 people with me to work alongside 12 people from the Croatian side, so there was 24 of us working together, refurbishing homes, rebuilding homes, and doing everything that we needed to do to try to brighten up the lives of these people, these poor people. So that's what we've been doing. And now Christmas time, coming up to Christmas, is our big one, and that's where all the guys come over and spend their time. They take time off work and raise the monies to come over, and we give out all the shoe boxes to all the children. So that's what we've been doing this year.
You visited more than 10 schools, little schools in villages.
I think about 10 in the past couple of days. Yeah, we've visited about 10 schools, small ones, big ones, such as the Božić one. That's a very big one, and Ian and Helen, they got some footballs together because Božić has a big gym,
yes.
But they don't have any equipment, so they brought some footballs over.
It's empty. Empty hall.
Yeah, but now there's footballs in there. So it's things like that. If we know how we can help, we can try to help in that way.
After the war, we thought that the needs will be not so big as they are.
Yeah.
But the times are very hard.
Well, I was told by again Jadranka Srdoč. He was a very clever man, and he knew quite a lot about the wars and things like that. And he said to me that, and this was in 1995 when supposedly the war had finished. Although it carried on in certain areas. He said to me it's going to take a minimum of 20 years.
Yes.
And here we are.
We couldn't believe that.
No.
When they told us.
Yes, and now this is 21 years on, 22,
Right.
and there's still a great need, and it seems to be that it's the need is even greater in different circumstances.
Especially for old people in villages.
Especially for old people. Yeah, there's no, very little support, and we try to get to most of these people, but there's lots and lots of small villages, as you know, in your country, and we are a small charity, but in fact we match the giving of the bank in Croatia. They give us I think 12,000 kuna for the food packages, and we match that almost, a very small charity. So maybe they need to give more.
Maybe they will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Here, and something about Vlatko and Slatina Red Cross. I don't know where is he.
I first came out in 2000, and both here and in Bosnia, and then it'll be 7 years ago. I've been out every year since. Seen a lot of changes. And Vlatko, I think Vlatko, there's not a lot you can say about him, but he just works and works. And because he is so enthusiastic for helping people, I think that helps us to keep on and to keep up with the work. And when we go back home, people see what ask. We show them pictures, we show them videos. They can see what they've given and how they've helped us, where it's going and why. And then each year it just seems to get bigger and bigger because the need is still there. And because we are hands-on, people will support.
And people want to know when they give
where it's going.
Yes.
And they can see that. They can see that, and so therefore they will keep giving until we don't need to. Whenever that'll be, we don't know. But until that time happens, it will just still always be there, because the people need to know we're coming back and we're there to help them. And that's why we do it. And we get, yesterday we were in one of the schools, and the laughter and the squeals from the children, it was just absolutely, it was magic. It was just perfect. It made everything, so worthwhile that the children
It's
enjoyed.
the great reward.
It is,
for the
because to
priceless.
us, it is, because to us what we give the children doesn't seem a lot, but yet it is. It's everything to them, and it was just the day yesterday with the laughter and the squeals of them, and them showing each other. It just makes everything worthwhile.
They open it immediately.
Yeah, and
sometimes.
I think it's important to everybody that takes part in what we do. It's important for everybody to get the feel of what's happening around them, because in a sense we take it that we are their adoptive parents. We see this as one big family thing. Not everybody that wants to get involved can come out, because it's very selective, and we have to make sure that everybody is doing it for the right reasons. And when you see the guys out here today and the way they work with the children and the way the children warm to them, this is our second family.
Second family.
And this is how it happens.
Yes. Okay, girls.
This is my second year out, and comparing last year to this year, there's been a lot of change, and I've enjoyed it last year, so I came out again this year, so I've seen the difference.
Different?
Yeah.
In which way? But different is?
Yeah, different.
Is better?
Yeah, a lot better.
Okay.
My second year, and I absolutely loved coming out here last year and just feeling that you were doing something good and making a difference. But I had my day made today, when last year we went to a family, they had no roof. A young boy had muscular dystrophy, and he was in a pram. He was in a kitchen. The whole house was very wet and cold and damp, and the children didn't seem to have much joy and laughter about them at all, as you can understand. This year we went back to them, and I cannot explain the joy that I felt, because they've got a roof. The boy was even singing and he was so happy, and the difference in the children, and it was just absolutely magical to see, and I don't think anything will ever top that for me, and I will keep coming for as long as I'm needed here and for as long as I can keep doing it. It's fantastic.
This is my first year to Croatia. What an amazing experience, actually. A great team of people. I will definitely be back next year. It's been really great for me to see where a lot of our family and friends made up lots of parcels for the children, and it's been lovely to see them have that parcel which means so much to them. It's been overwhelming, seeing how people do live in extreme poverty. That's quite hard to see when you've never seen it before. But it's been very positive, and it's kind of encouraging me more. I want to help again. So it's been a good experience.
Can't see her now.
No, only you.
No.
Just me. This is my third time to Croatia. All 3 times I've been doing the driving. For Mick, sort of volunteered the first time and enjoy the driving anyway. And yeah, I like the experience of bring little happiness to all the children. That's the best part of it for me. But I can notice that there are changes happening, which is really good to see that the country is slowly getting better and back on its feet. So very rewarding, and yeah, I'll keep doing it for a few years yet.
This is my first year doing this. Paul and Emma, our friends, I know they've done it for a while, and Paul needed some help to drive down, which is a long way. It takes us 24 hours of constant driving to get here from the UK. Definitely rewarding. I know that a lot of people put in a lot of effort, and it's not just the people that come here and physically take a bit of time off of work, which doesn't cost us anything really, just our time. But a lot of other people back home that are fundraising, and all the people that put the boxes together, I don't think they necessarily realise what a difference it makes to the children. And just to see their faces light up for just simple things like a bar of soap, a toothbrush, a little car, just the smallest things make the biggest difference. And it's been very humbling to see how people live over here, from one extreme to the other, where some people are very wealthy and other people can't afford to put food on the table. So doing the food parcels as well has been very rewarding, to know that what's been raised is going to the right place, and to physically hand it over so we can tell everybody that, you know, we've physically seen the difference these contributions make. So I will definitely hope to be here again next year, and maybe do more with Paul and the rest of the team, and it's just a good experience all round, really. Very humbling, and I will definitely be back.